are reacting accordingly. I have the Vanguard, This Day, the Guardian, Blueprint, and the Punch.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
All right, let's get things started with the Vanguard right here. Police arrest the FIPC Director General at DME. Police launch manhunt for killers of Lagos NURTW Secretary at Jiboye. Celebrations over CTJ's killing of bandit leader Sani Yellow in Zamfara. $200 million Zamfara lithium processing plants to generate 2,000 jobs. 13.5 million children miss vaccines in 2025, WHO, UNICEF. Atiku will be excited as federal government suspends planned increase in WAEC NECO registration fees. Naira depreciates to 1,420 to the dollar in parallel market. My life is in danger. Fake PFIPC DG at AME cries out. ADC insists appeal court verdict has no effect on presidential ticket. Why Tinubu didn't call Makinde over Orire rescue, SGF. Why Nigeria's database is still fragmented despite NIMSI's claims. All this and more on the Vanguard this morning. And next up right here is This Day. Oyedele, sustainable development cannot be built on fiscal illusion. Go after other bandits, terrorists nationwide, Senate charges federal government. Dele Oye, Nigeria faces $100 billion annual infrastructure deficit, needs $2.3 trillion to bridge gap. Engineering Assembly, Tinubu urges Koran to tighten regulation, deploy sanctions. Senate says 2.9 billion naira monthly release inadequate for 140 billion naira NCDC budget. Reps demand full disclosure on CBN, NNPCL, others unremitted operating surplus. All this and more on This Day. And next up right here is The Guardian. Fuel jumps by 100 naira per litre as Dangote shifts $1.84 billion FX burden to marketers. PFIPC called grow for Senate, Bajabia Miller probe as police arrest at DME. Orire kidnapping. Senate, lawmakers, lawyers, CSOs divide over Makinde's push for UN probe. Akpabio Abbas defend decision to prioritize Tinubu's state police bill. Reps query OAGF over deductions from MDA statutory funds. Nigeria is due for 5 years single-term elective positions. But a judge warns against weaponization of institutions. Police nab suspected robbers cultist alleged gun runner in Delta. Police arrest suspect for vandalizing, stealing government property in Abia. All this and more on The Guardian this morning. And next up right here is Blueprint. Police arrest fake PFIPC DG at DME. Suspected headers attack another Benue community 48 hours after Otukpo killings. 5 die in Cross River landslide as flood disasters spread across Nigeria. APC chieftain warns against disunity over primary disputes. 2026 NAS Open Week. Challenge us when you disagree with us, Akpabio tells Nigerians. 31 of 39 rescued Orire students discharged from hospital. Defense Minister Musa Lord security forces over rescue of abducted Oyo pupils. All this and more on The Blueprint. And our final stop this morning is The Punch. Fake agency scandal. How IGP's special forces arrested controversial DG in Osun hideout. 2027 race. INEC recognizes Atiku 470 ADC candidates. Tears, joy as abducted Oyo pupils reunite with parents. Oyo abduction. Senate, SGF fault Makinde's UN probe demand. Federal government ends UN-led humanitarian coordination in 2027. UK-based Nigerian caregiver dies by suicide. Fresh Benue attack leaves 1 dead. Police hunts killers of Kwara farmer found hacked to death. But a judge warns against using judiciary INEC to destroy PDP. Oyo APC slams Makinde over call for UN probe into school pupils rescue. All this and more on The Punch this morning. Time to get to your reactions. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can also go onto our X page at Nigeria Info ABJ to be a part of the conversation this morning. For WhatsApp, send your message to 080-99930137. Do all to include your name and your location. That is 080 999-30137. Good morning, Hafsat Moazu, Sambo Yahaya, Godwin Francis on Facebook, and Dr. Olebara says, why contemplating this increment of WAEC and NECO fees in the first place? Does it mean that this government is insensitive to the suffering of the masses? Parents are finding it difficult to provide a square meal and pay school fees. Education is a fundamental human right and every child is entitled to it. Is the government taking delight in increasing out-of-school children? She ends her message with that question. The phone lines to call this morning, 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869, You can also call 080-9993-0137. Please, once you connect, you would have limited time. You'll be prompted on when to wrap up your thoughts. Please hit to that so you can give room to others to also get a chance to connect and be able to share their thoughts. Thank you for understanding. Good morning.
Exciting and stimulating talk. Nigeria Info, your number one for talk. Let's talk.
Audio
right now. Please ensure you move away from your listening device as soon as you connect. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. You sound distant from your device. You want to move closer so I can hear you.
This is Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Please go ahead.
Another killing in Benue State after the one that happened few days ago. Yet, there won't be any serious issue to find out the killers. There won't be any of rising over this killing. But when some certain group, one person dies, the whole, in fact, a command will be given for a manhunt over such people. And the funniest thing is this: those who commit this crime get presidential pardon and the treatment.
Who has been pardoned? What terrorist has been pardoned recently? Because we've heard from the Senate and, the House of Reps on the need for the federal government to stop that program.
What Rep and Senators say is different from the comments from being a prodigal son.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what they are saying is different from what is happening.
Okay.
That is the truth. And we are watching them.
All right, Charles.
Have a good day.
Have a good day as well. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
How was your night?
It was good. How are you?
This is a lovely brother from North Central part of Nigeria, living in Kubasada as a man Aruna.
Go ahead.
The last scholar, and then Sokoni and Man Jamilu from Tako. Another killing in after 8 hours in the Otoko attack. Mr. Itodo.
Yes.
I don't know what is the APC government in Libya about this bill. Any government refuses to protect the life and property of the citizens, and it's a failed government. People have died every day, and the one he refused to even come and visit him, they say that they are killing, and give the security orders order to end the killing in the country. Across Nigeria, every day killing.
But he has given that order to them. He's giving that charge to them one time too many. Haven't you heard it?
Mr. Itodo,
Yes.
if your house catch fire, and then you give your wife last order, say if this house catch fire again,
Mm-hmm.
I will divorce you or I take action. If you refuse, divorce and another wife, those two people die finish. Who will go rule? People are there every day. And now they all look and say, okay, if people that who want to vote for them, who will go rule? I advise the judge come out massive and vote 80% of power.
All
We
right.
don't have 8 to offer. This one, APC, they are self-covered.
All right, let's get to you next. Sorry about that. We'll go to the WhatsApp platform right now. Ensure that you move away from your listening device when you call the WhatsApp number as well. You're up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is from Peter.
Go ahead.
The fake DG or the fake agencies now arrested. I think the big boys in government who use him will be happy now. I know he'll be manipulated, and I know there are some things that he will be forced to say, and some things he will not. They will not allow him to say concerning them because he exposed a lot. They are not happy that. He ran away, but at the end of the day, he has been arrested. So I want us to know that nothing will come out of this thing because they will definitely force him to say a lot of things, and that government knows that he knows a lot. Civil service is the engine room of corruption, massive corruption going on in almost all the NGOs. Budget having every and so he knows a lot, and therefore they will pass much of it to cover a lot of things because of the next election. If we want to get to the end of the matter, we need an independent body so that a lot will be made to the public because these people, the big boys in government, the big girls in government, they will want to silence this man.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to the messages real quick. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook as well at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can go on there to drop your comments and it'll be read. Omaga Nnamani says the federal government should, as a matter of urgency, begin to revitalize and build new refineries, not depending majorly on Dangote. How can a renowned oil-producing nation like Nigeria be battling fuel price hike? May God help us. Oyewole Fatima says the National Judicial Council and the Nigeria Bar Association owe Nigerians a clear explanation of the basis for Justice Mohammed Umar warrant for Prince Adeyemi's arrest. What offense was alleged, and why does Femi Gbajabiamila appear to be receiving a different treatment? Such unequal handling raises serious questions about fairness, accountability, and the rule of law. It also deepens public anger over what many now see as growing corruption and selective justice under this government. The overlap between an ICPC investigation and a criminal charge in court only fuels suspicion that official faults are being quietly softened In a country already burdened by hardship, the poor should not keep suffering while the powerful escape scrutiny. And that's how Wale ends his message. Good morning. Nyaka, you watching from Makudi, right? And on the YouTube platform right here, appeal court verdict has nothing to do with presidential primaries because it is direct primaries, not delegates or state executives. And the leadership tussle has been settled by the Supreme Court, is what Mahmoud Mohammed shares. Good morning, Noble from Guagulada, as well as Abbo Collins. Thank you for the compliment. You're up. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Itodo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, the Agaba Ido one of Abuja and environs. My name is Yaya, the head boy.
Go ahead, please.
Uncle Abubakar, good morning, sir. Uncle Salasi, good morning. Our radio mama, Miss Omeza, good morning, mom. Jamil from Otako, good morning. Naira sleep once again. And that is maybe another beginning of, because we started seeing fuel is coming down. We started seeing maybe some few things are coming down, but maybe that will be another beginning of, we see the rising prices of food and commodities.
Is fuel really reducing? Is the price really reducing? Because the headline this morning says it has added 100 naira. And the Dangote has put the FX burden on marketers. So we're bound to see another increase if that holds.
Okay, maybe another increase from this morning or so, because yesterday it was 1,180 naira.
Okay.
Yesterday that we took for. Yes,
Okay.
that's why I'm saying that. Yeah. And why President Tinubu didn't call Makinde, I think our political difference should not take our humanity. It was the issue of little children were being kidnapped. Why would take Mr. President to sympathize with the governor? But I know that the only difference is because Makinde and Bala Mohammed couldn't defect to APC, they were in another different party. The only three of them, they were in another different party. And that is why should he keep where is his humanity?
Right.
What is the one that he's preaching that we are going to enjoy all this? I think it's very important for Mr. President not to have called and sympathized with him. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Yahaya. You're up. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. The Akaba one. Good morning. My name is Omar.
Go ahead, Omar.
Tudo.
Yes.
I mean, make it make sense to some of us. What someone really asking for? By saying the US should not come and invest, when I look at this thing this way, the governor of the state, who happened to be the chief security of that state, for him, he's not comfortable with all the drama that play out with the kidnapping or your thing. He's not like myself, I'm not comfortable with them. I know that I cannot try, I cannot relate. It's like, okay, I cannot summon the president or the security agent to come and tell me what happened. Instead of calling the people that can ask these questions, tell Nigerians what happened. Because you cannot dump them, it's not related. You can't tell what happened. It doesn't just true. It's not clear. To me, I think there is more to me than meet the eye. Government should really tell us what happened. You know, Oshomole, what are you asking? What do you want? That the people that I think are the real kidnapper should not be investigated. Is that it? Is that what you want?
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, the presidency know who are the original kidnapper. This is my opinion. Because you cannot go to a nearby bush, call Jonathan Tinubu names today when last born and get the academy. The same line, the same network, kidnapper keep calling family relations to come and pay money.
But Omar, you do realize that 8 persons were arrested and handed over to the DSS. So the belief is that following investigations, they'll be able to reveal their wider network. Hence, the need for a probe would not be necessary. Are you there? You sound so distant from your device, I can barely make out what you're saying. Oh my, hello?
Itodo.
Okay, yes, go ahead. I can hear you now.
I see, this is not the first time we have arrested people.
Mm-hmm.
They've been arrested long ago. That will say, okay, this is the case we are. They will be arresting people. Let them go, free them, probably reintegrate into society. You understand? I don't see government really come up to tell us A, B, C, D, because it's not these small boys in the bush you are seeing. No.
Let's do this. We'll step down on this real quick. On the lead, I will play excerpts from what was said on the floor of the Senate and get to understand the exact perspective and concerns raised by the lawmakers regarding the probe. Is that okay?
What I need to know, please briefly, right?
Yes.
It's not these small boys in the bush that are the real kidnapper.
Mm-hmm.
These people cannot buy, they cannot buy gun, they cannot buy bullets. People acquire those ammunition for them. We need to know those people.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Umar, for sharing your thoughts. You're up next. Sorry for holding you on too long. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Sometimes it's good you allow people land. And even if it's two people that call, no, that's my own opinion. Because yesterday, a lot of people at that time no reach. Even me, my call no enter, but no company. My name is Mr. Solomon.
Go ahead.
So I have issues because most times we will not to go school. We always listen outside the board. This contribution, this notion everywhere that this kidnapping that took place in Oyo got the best from the government. Whereas when it happened in the north, inclusive of Benue, now Edo, South, and the rest, we don't get that outcry. We don't also get the intervention we got from the government. We should look into it. It's not a good narrative. I'll be honest with you. You know why?
Why?
A life is a life. The blood that runs in my vein is not green. The blood that runs in Silama's vein is not red.
Mrs. Ameza, the argument with that would be from some quarters. Can you hear me, Mrs. Ameza? Okay.
So,
hold on. I can barely make out what you're saying. Hold on.
our state. It is also true that in the north, the shout is not as loud as what we get in Oyo. It's not also the same. It's not the same thing we get in Benue. That is not to start having this narrative that it is because it's Oyo state that we are getting this intervention. It's not true. We should desist from it.
I'm having a difficult time hearing her. Is anybody having a hard time making out what she's saying as well? Okay, I'll let you go. And maybe when you call back, the connection will be a lot better. There's something happening with the sound, and it's really hard to make out everything that you were saying. Sorry, I had to let you go right there. Give you another chance to call back and complete that thought. Let's try you next. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. So move away from that device.
Yes, my name is Yahya. I'm calling from Wari.
Go ahead, please.
Actually, talk about Femi Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff. You see, that's why I attack on Obasanjo for one thing. If you could remember, Papa Sunday Adeni, that time, that's one who is Minister of Internal Affairs. That then, the similar thing happened. Immediately, Obasanjo removed him. The same thing with Tafa Balogun. I don't know what Tinubu is waiting for in order not to take action. Based on what my mommy talk about, actually, I also support it because the blood that is running in me and you is red, it's not blue, it's not this thing. Once issue comes to the another this thing, what it is, where Tinubu is to analyze this thing, but in the HR, I calculate because also I'm also from Kwara State, and I know Yoruba. What they did, I'm telling you, it's not that they did it. Some of Yoruba, I'm telling you, they discriminate.
How do you mean they discriminate? Who are they discriminating against exactly?
Most especially, let me say Tinubu government.
Okay.
Tinubu discriminate. I'm telling you. Yeah, I want to talk.
So discriminate against who exactly? I need you to be specific here so we understand where you're coming from, sir.
Sorry, you say what?
When you say discriminate, when you say that the government is discriminating against who exactly?
Government of the Tinubu, they discriminate against some of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes. That's my little contribution. Have a nice day.
All right. Have a good day as well. I'm not so pleased with the steps taken by the government in terms of security across board. Various concerns being raised, like we heard from some callers this morning. Is the government really discriminating against some Nigerians? Are some, giving preferential treatment over others? That would be worrisome because the government is meant to be for everyone. So if some Nigerians feel like, the government is treating me differently because I am from this part of the country or that part of the country, then that in itself is a big concern to look into. How or what can they do to ensure that Nigerians are more trusting? Now, trust is a difficult thing, but what can they do for Nigerians to believe that they are trusting of the government and everyone feels included in decisions and steps taken by the said government? Let's run through some messages real quick. It's 6:45. We've been going through the headlines and getting your reactions to them. A number of arrests have been made as a result of the assassination of the Benue State Magban chairman. A lot of killings are on after the killing of this chairman. How many arrests have been made over the killing of these people in Benue State, if I may ask? Some Nigerians, more Nigerian than others. Are we in a society like that of the animal farm, where some animals are more animals than others? Why are we like this in Nigeria? These are the questions being asked by Ogenemano Austin in Nasarawa this morning. And Nicodemus Vandus in Suleja says, about the Oyo State Pupils rescue, is there any kidnapper apprehended or any weapons recovered from the kidnappers? Well, yes. According to the statement put out by the government, about 8 persons, bandits, were arrested during the rescue operations. And it goes on to state that if any of the kidnappers were caught, why don't we hear that? We don't want to hear that they are forgiven or rehabilitated into society. While Triple D says Benue killings, these people kill and move freely. Is that not enough for people to protect themselves? The whole state has been threatened by a population. Same with Nigeria's population. And people of no more than 2 million are threatening the entire nation. Everybody is quietly watching. Are we safe? We'll get it right one day. Okay. And Gideon C. in Guagualada says, Makinde calling for the UN probe following the abduction of the school children in his state. He is right. He is the chief security officer of his state. If there's anything that he didn't understand, well, he is right for doing that. And I also remember that it was not quite long after he declared his presidential ambition that the abduction happened. So if he's not clear on the release and everything else that played out within that period, he can call a probe, is what Gideon in Guagualada shares. And Taiwan Noah says Governor Sheyi Makinde has called on the UN to investigate the recent release of the abducted victims in the Orire local government area. It underscores a broader Nigerian reality. The deeper you look, the less you understand. While Emmanuel Inedu says the case is dead on arrival because this man is going to open cans of worms and he will do everything possible to defend himself. Who exactly are you referring to? What headline are you reacting to? So we understand your submission. The action of headsmen in Benue State should be given attention in order to establish a lasting solution to this needless killings of innocent Nigerians. Jacob Ode right there. Or your school kidnap. Those arrested suspects should be well investigated and if found guilty must face the law. Okay, let's get to you next. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo Abba.
Welcome, sir.
Hello. Thank you. This is Godwin O. Abo, Ogojaman in Abuja.
Go ahead.
Yes, on the acclaimed EFIPC DG's arrest, I think that man should be given protection because the man who was to also be to give to make statement alongside this very DG. That one has been reportedly dead during fire inferno. Please, they should protect this man, let them not kill him, so that they will unravel the mystery behind this fake agency. And I will wish the federal government to change their light onto more of the agencies that are used as conduit pipe to
All right.
by funding and as well as disrupting Nigeria's economy.
All right, sir.
That is just what my take is. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's get to you next. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Thank you. My name is Emmanuel, Mr. President.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, did I hear one headline that says Dangote this thing has added another 100 naira, right?
Yes, you did.
You see, there is price regulation that is the major problem in this country. The government do not even have business single care about the masses. Believe me, this before we get to 151 one day because of the way they are handling the issue. It's very clearly.
Your connection is breaking. Please readjust where you are so we can hear you.
Can you hear now?
Let's try it again. It's distorted, the sound, so we can't make out everything you're saying.
Okay,
No, it's not getting any better at all. I'll let you go so you can maybe try to call back and see that helps. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Mr. Itodo.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning this morning.
Welcome, sir.
This line has been so difficult to get for me.
You are here now. Please go ahead. We don't have time.
All right.
Yes.
My name remains Emmanuel Ochari for the Freedom Way from the city of Talakati, Maraba.
Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Itodo, you see, I am from. Have been affected in the killing in the state.
Yes.
Right now, as I speak to you, my people have been displaced already. But this is the case. This information is from the source.
Mm-hmm.
We had a situation whereby people protested against their leader for attending the peace meeting that they did not authorize him to go, and they killed their leader. And the same people use that as an excuse to kill innocent people just because they know how to kill. I don't understand. And this is not happening in Nigeria for the first time. We remember in Brunei some time ago when traditional leaders who attempted to make peace, were killed by their people.
That was in Katsina.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Are you referring to the Katsina situation where they went to meet with the father of the bandit leader and they were abducted in that process? Is that the one?
Yeah, exactly. It's one out of many. And then the government is looking at this thing. People, very innocent people who has nothing to do with what is happening, who has nothing to do with government, who are not connected with anybody in the higher offices, has been hunted down, killed. People who have been arrested for the killing of the Macbeth chairman are not really the killers. They were just parading people to show to the media that something has happened, and yet.
Are you there? So before you go, hold on. Before you go, I need to ask you a question to get clarity on something real quick.
I'm working.
You reference your people being displaced. Can you give us the exact community and where exactly are they putting up right now following the displacement?
As I'm talking to you, a lot of people have run from Otukun, Nubi. Do you understand now?
Okay.
A lot of people have run away from there.
Mm-hmm.
The students who are in this medical school, this new university, how they call it, this science school, medical school in Otukpo there.
Okay.
A lot of them have stopped their academic work and run to their villages. It is quite unfortunate. Do you understand now? Yeah. What I'm saying is that the government know what to do and they are just beating around the bush. It is unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts and giving us a bit of insight into that. Well, the Idoma security professionals, have come out to demand the governor's resignation following the Itodo killings. And they're speaking out about what currently is playing out in Benue State. I'll, play an excerpt of that clip for you on the lead at 7 o'clock. But we've got about... let's say 60 seconds. Let's run through some messages real quick, as many as we can take at this point in time. Let's see. The insistent killing of Nigerians in Otukpo and environs and Benue State in Nigeria is a cause for concern is condemnable and call on the federal government to approve immediate establishment of military bases in many ungoverned spaces in the state is what Comrade Monday Ahmed shares as his message, while Anjorin Kayodin Asobi says the insecurity in Oyo State beyond what the government or the governor addressed is creating Nigeria even beyond our so-called leaders. International bodies should come to our aid to expose, arrest, and sanction culprits. A lot of lives are wasted on a daily basis, mostly are armed men. God bless and help Nigeria is a thought that you end your message with. Good morning, Hamza, Abdullahi, Wakili, Mary, John. Things are not working how it should be. The federal government should do better. Ndukwe Kalu is watching from Aba, and everyone else who is watching live, thank you for joining. You can catch up on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Keep the conversation going. More thoughts on the insecurity in Nigeria on our lead this morning, so do all to join in.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Nigeria Info